Hey, Rangers. It's morphin time.
They're not those kind of Rangers, Steve. They're different kind of Rangers. We're the better Rangers.
But
Better Rangers, Steve.
they don't even use
Better
this one in the movie. You're ruining my joke.
Exactly.
Yeah, come on with line.
Whoa, Steve, don't throw it. Somebody might give you a dislike and get mad at you.
I know, right? We're
Can't get
sorry
the
we
joke.
tossed it on top of the chair over there.
It's a joke, people. Jeez.
But anyways, listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnes.
And today I'm going to talk about the Power Ranger movie. We're going to try to keep this short and sweet. Because, I want to try to get this video out today. And we're going to keep it spoiler free. So no spoiler talk in this one. Might do an extra video once Arnes sees it. Because if you guys haven't seen it, pretty much for the plot, it's mostly the first episode of the Power Rangers where you meet a group of 5 teenagers with attitude. Or they all go to detention because they're all delinquents.
Do they need an attitude adjustment?
But primarily you focus on Jason and Billy.
Whoa. Jason Voorhees is in this movie? Tell me he has a machete, because this will be the greatest Power Ranger movie ever. He can solve all their problems in 5 seconds.
He's the only one with a sword.
Okay, I might go watch this then.
But stuff happens. Billy and Jason go to it's like a mining yard where they meet a bunch of the other Rangers. You guys seen it in the trailer where they explode the side. They find the coins inside of there, which makes them into the Power Rangers. Because eventually they find the spaceship that Zordon and Alpha 5 are on. Then Rita gets found, and then all heck breaks loose once that happens.
So it's a 23-minute episode stretched into a 2-hour-long movie.
Yeah, I'd say it's like a 3-parter.
It's going back up.
Well, I gotta say, just trying to do this quick. For the plot of the film, I actually really enjoy this. I think the pacing and the structuring is pretty good. The last act is a little silly, but I actually really enjoyed it though, because it's kind of like a little bit of a change of pace for what we get with the movie. Because it's done in a darker tone, but it's actually fairly lighthearted. So when they get to the end sequence, when they're the Rangers and they're fighting, you get the Megazords and all this random shenanigans are happening, and
So it's like a throwback to the TV show.
Yeah, it didn't really bother me. I've heard some people complain where it's like, oh, well, it's a tone shift, yada, yada, yada. I was just like, it's Power Rangers. What do you want? It's literally Power Rangers. They have the theme song.
You know what's next? Beetleborgs.
I'd pay to see that. I would wholeheartedly pay to see it. Saban, make it happen. The characters are really enjoyable in this as well, especially Billy. Billy was actually a really good character in this. The next two that they spent most of the time on was Jason and Kimberly. And then Zach and Trini kind of, not pushed aside, but they're more or less in there just kind of like to fill up the other two. You get to learn about like the reasons why they're in detention, why they're kind of delinquents, but they don't have nearly as much screen time as the other three. Zordon's actually really cool. Bryan Cranston, he's actually a little bit more believable for me than what we got in the original TV show. Yeah, it's still a goofy looking CGI effect, where you have him kind of coming out of the wall. It's really cool, but I think I almost would have liked just Bryan Cranston's face like floating in the tube. I think that would be cool. I actually enjoyed Alpha 5. His design didn't bother me when I was watching the movie. Looking at the toys, it looked goofy as crap. But in the film, it works.
He looks goofy.
He is goofy. But Bill Hader did a pretty good job with him. He fights. Well, he teaches the Rangers how to fight.
He's not just like, ay.
No, but he does say it. Oh, it's amazing.
No, it's not. What you doing?
I'd say probably the worst thing in this movie, in terms of actors, Rita was cool. Like, I like how they portrayed her as actually scary, where they make her scenes a little bit more horror-esque. But especially towards the end, it just gets silly. It gets super silly. Which is something, like, as a Ranger fan, I'm expecting that to happen. But I feel like the tone of the film, that's the one thing that was just like, a little weird. Then there's a certain product placement in this movie that's a focal point, and it gets kind of funny.
Spoiler free, let them find it out for themselves what it is.
Hey, if you watch reviews, most everybody else has spoiled it.
Don't care. We're better than they are, Steve.
Fine, I won't. But like the plot kind of centers around the certain area.
I'll put it in description below you guys.
It'll be like the first giant tag. It's not really, it doesn't spoil anything. The action in the movie is actually a little bit, that's another thing that's a little bit more hit and miss. Because for the most part, you don't really get any action to pretty much the finale. Like they have like their confrontations with Rita a couple times, and you have them training with the putties. But for the most part, that's it until the end. And same with you're expecting to see the Rangers in their suits throughout the movie. You might be a little bit disappointed there too, because that's another thing that's pretty much kept to the end. There's a teaser at the beginning, which I actually thought was really cool, because the beginning kind of gave it a little bit more. It made it feel more dire than what the plot does, where it just feels like they're more just trying to protect the town. Even though it sounds like it's supposed to be like big and massive, but they're literally just protecting Angel Grove, which is how the TV show was. But I think I would have liked to see a little bit more action in the film. The Zords were pretty cool, even though the designs are weird still. Because like the mammoth is a spider-looking thing. Triceratops, I kind of has like gun horns, so that works, I guess. The other ones were a little bit more believable. But the film, again, doesn't really bother me that much. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that I was expecting it to look like a mastodon, it would have been a fine mech. Though the official worst thing in this movie is Goldar. I didn't like him. Like, the design's just kind of weird, because it's just like a giant gold blob on the screen. And the effects weren't bad, but compared to like how cool the Megazord looks standing next to it, Goldar just seemed like he wasn't textured enough. Like, there needed to be a little bit more personality with the character.
But Steve, they spent all the money on his, all the budget money on him. He's made out of gold. What do you want?
More character development?
They don't have money for that.
That one thing that I'll bring up here real quick, and then we'll finish this off. I wish they would have not shown them with their mask off as much.
Oh, like they would have the suit but no mask on.
Yeah, where like the mask kind of goes away. Like you see it in the trailers, where they do that a lot. Like they're actually full-fledged mask on isn't really in the movie that much. So that I would actually really, really like to see, because in the original Rangers you don't see the mask go away or them take it off when they're fighting or in the Zords. So I really wish they would have kept that with the films. Like I get you want to see like the characters showing emotions during these scenes, but like we've seen Judge Dredd. Like you can have a character with a helmet on the entire movie and it works. So the finale with the Rangers with the helmets, I think they should have just left it just like it was in the original.
Except Stallone. Like when they cover his face, the only thing left is this down here, and you can just yeah.
I don't get out. But anyways, to conclude this review, I really actually enjoyed the Power Rangers film. I was going into this thinking that it was gonna suck. It'd be at least a 2 out of 5, like passable if that. And I was pleasantly surprised. It's not a perfect movie. Like, again, Goldar, I really wish would have had a little bit more character development. Rita's a little bit on the goofier side and dark side, so it's a little bit of a shift in tone. And the finale is, I don't want to say rushed, but I wish it was maybe elongated. Like, I wish there was more stuff to it. Like, you don't see the power weapons, except for the sword. Or even just, like, enough fighting with them in the suits. Like, they should have, like, what would be cool is they would have had, like, each of the Rangers' power weapons, but not combine them till the sequel. They just have the sword there, which I feel like is just for toy marketing. So it makes sense for that Red Ranger to have just the sword, and no one else needs anything.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But the plot's cool, I love the characters, and I actually look forward to a sequel. Like, it's surprising, because I want to say I like this just as much as Kong. Kong's the better movie, don't get me wrong, but it was like, I was going into Kong thinking like, alright, so I know what I'm expecting. It's going to be like a 4 out of 5 for me, which is what the movie was. Which I think is the reason why I ranked it. I was like, I enjoyed it. Well, this one, I was expecting to be like a 2 or a 1. It's easily like a 3.5 in my book. It had much more of a hill to climb than Kong did, so that's why I really appreciate this movie more. Then I had Go Power Rangers in. Like, what else do you want? But have you guys seen Power Rangers? What did you guys think of the film? Please let us know in the comments section below. And help us defeat those Kaijus by hitting that like button. Subscribe, become a Ranger today. Don't listen to him. And see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.